We're going to be going through a trade we sent out in our free Telegram channel, and also we gave it out in our premium channel. Right? As you can see, this was NZDUSD. So I'm going to take you through my thought process, my analysis, and how I came about executing this trade. Right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain or analyze this pair from a clean view, right? And then I'll take you to the Btmm for further confluence, right? If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon to be the first to watch when we upload any new content. And for this video, our goal is to get this video to 5,000 likes. So don't forget to hit that like button also. Okay, so looking at NZDUSD from your weekly time frame, right? Just by looking at this, we can understand that we've got this supply zone right here, which is in control of price, right? Because you need to understand your higher time frame zones and understand the zones pushing price, right? So as we had price moving from this area right here, we can see consecutive lower lows, right? We can see that we've got new structure lows, right? As you can see, price keeps breaking structure, and then our recent break of structure was right here, right? As you can see, this was our recent break of structure, right? So just by understanding this, it is easier for you to then anticipate, right, your trades, right? So in this case, what we can see is price is reacting to this area, right? You can see how price left this zone right here from this supply zone, right? So as we can see, we've got nice price approach back to the area. We had nice price approach. So taking it to the daily time frame, this is what we can see, right? As price was reacting to this point of interest, remember this is our weekly points of interest. When we take it to the daily, we can see that as price was moving down, we've got a drop, right, and a base and another drop, right? So this is actually a nice base area and an area where we can be interested in looking for shorts in future. Right, so as you can see, price did take its time. I mean, looking at these demarcations, we can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months. It took 5 months for price to come back to this zone, right? So this is where the waiting game comes in, right? Being patient in trading is very important, right? So you can see that as price then made its way back to this area, this was off. This was very clean, as you can see, very clean points of interest, right? Never touched before. It was retested here, but this is a nice move back to the area, right? So now that you understand what's happening, right, if we go to the 4-hour time frame and analyze the structure there, we can see that price did react, right, to this point of interest, and we've got this supply zone right here. Okay, right? So just by looking at this, we can see that price then continues to break structures. As you can see, right? We had a nice break of structure down there, right? So after breaking structure, price then made a pullback, retesting this area right here. We can see we had some imbalance right there. So price came back to that area and then gave us another impulsive move. All right. So after the impulsive move, what we can identify is a break of structure. All right. A break of structure, right? And then we've got a nice move back to this area. So this is the reason why I was interested in shorts on this pair, right? So taking it to the 1-hour time frame now, right, we can see that price then made its way to a nice supply area right here, right? Now for further confluence, if you can zoom in this area, we can see that we've got these structure points right here, right? And we also have these structure points right here. These area, this is still considered as a break of structure, even though it's just a pin, right? We call this a pin engulf, right? So what we can see is price then made its way back to this supply zone, right? And this is where we are now interested in taking shorts, right? So I did analyze this. This was the before picture. As you can see, this is exactly where I analyzed this pair, and I wanted to see this pair move to the downside, right? And this area can be a nice area for you to take profits, and also this area down here, right? So going back to this area, you can see that price is now moved, right? Still into profit, floating over 72 pips, and the first area that we're interested in taking profit has been hit already, right? So if price does continue moving to the downside, you can expect price to make it to these lows down here, right? So by understanding a chart on a clean or a pair rather, on a clean chart, right, before adding any indicators is very key, right? So when we take it to the BTMM view, what we can see is it's clear to see that we've got a peak formation right here. Right. This is just, you know, for those people who trade BTMM, you can see this is a nice multi-week information. If we go to our TDI, right, what we can see is we had price at that extreme level, right? Price at that extreme level, and our RSI line was already you know, moving to the downside. We can see the relative strength of this pair is to the downside, right? Okay, so just by looking at this, if you go to the 1 hour time frame for further confluence and timing, because remember, timing is very important, right? And for higher probability trades, you need to look for trades that are near yesterday's high or low. In this case, this information that we are trading here was near this high, right? It's not yesterday's, but the previous days. But you can see we had the blue tracer inside. We had the blue tracer inside, because this is where we can find volume. Okay, so for further confluence, right, if you go to your TDI in the M15, you can see price is coming from that extreme area, around about this area being your first leg, and your second leg is right here. You can see that we've got very good relative strength to the downside right there. So as you can see, when it comes to timing your trades, right, this was initiated towards the end of Asian session, right? As you can see, definitely stops or hit just above that area, right? But we can all see, if we remove every indicator, right, if we can just take it to a clean chart right here, what we can see is this was just a supply level, right? Where price, we can see how price left this candle right here, right? It's the same reaction we had right here, right? So for BTMM, it makes it easier for us, you know, to time our trades better. So we had a nice engulfing pattern right there, a nice close below the 13 EMA, right? And it was a nice trade, as you can see, right? A beautiful trade. Yesterday, this trade dropped for over 57 pips on one trade, right? So being selective is very, very, very important, right? Very important. So we did send this trade in our VIP signal group. We have over 263 subscribers, right? As you can see, we are still holding that trade. We are in profit, and we also shared this trade in our free Telegram channel. If you haven't joined that, do find the link in the description below. And we are also still holding some trades. We are holding Euro JPY, a nice swing trade that we have right there, and we also have a nice swing trade on CAD JPY. All right, guys, hope you guys learned something from this video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Remember, our goal is to take this video to 5,000 likes, right? If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell icon to be the first to watch when we upload any new content.